Check it out, y'all. Your man Permiss right here down at the A3C Hip Hop Festival. Of course, I had to catch up with my man, none other than my man Ninth Wonder. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, all is well. First and foremost, your work is phenomenal, remarkable. You know what I'm saying? The game of producing, how do you think it is right now? Where do you see it going in the future?
Man, just, you know, everything changed with the time. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're just out of the era of not necessarily big name producers, but more records are being produced, which is great. You know what I mean? At a time when, you know, there was only a few cats that was doing it. Now it's a ton of cats that's doing it right now, which is dope. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we still got the new crop of producers. My man Bangladesh is doing it. Lex Luke is doing it. A lot of cats, you know what I mean, that's doing it, man. The Hit Boy, you know what I mean? A lot of cats is really out there that's really making a lot of noise. And then, you know, just got to keep it going, man. And it just as long as everybody understands where they came from, you know what I mean? What actual hip hop production came from. That's what it is, right?
With a festival like this, the A3C Hip Hop Festival, it gives artists who are underground a chance to familiarize themselves with artists, producers on the main level. What do you think about festivals like this right here?
I think it's dope. I think, you know, the key for A3C is to keep it small, to keep it exclusive. Don't turn it into, because I've seen it grow every year, but I think with everything, it needs to grow to a point, because once it becomes not about the independence anymore, it starts to change, and it starts to, you know, change face, and then it turns into something else. So that's why I hope that A3C will stay in this pocket. Like, you know, we're gonna do it big. This is big this year. There's a lot of people that's here, and it's like, you know, you can do it a little bit bigger, but don't turn it into like an award-winning weekend when it's like, you know, NBA All-Star game. It's like that's not what it's here all supposed to be. And, you know, if we keep it like that, man, this is what it's got to be. Hip hop has had its way of getting so big and then selling to the highest bidder, and we don't need to do that. We can sustain and make our own money.
I recently heard you on my man Static Selector's show, the Show Off Radio, and he had callers that was calling in trying to get with you. And, you know, one of the things I remember you saying is, let me try to find you. So what do you think about underground artists, and how can they get at you or show you beats, anything like that?
I mean, the best way to do is on Twitter. A lot of ways cats do it on Twitter, man. But there's so many, you know, it's different with me and you and coming up. You know what I mean? It's different. Everybody didn't want to rap and make beats. Everybody wants to rap and make beats. And not only that, everybody thinks that they're good.
Correct. When they really not. Or they need work.
They need improvement. Correct. You know what I'm saying? It's an improvement, and everybody think they have what it takes to making beats and rhyming. That's 10% of this game. The remaining 90% is doing interviews, which a lot of cats ain't even media trained. You know what I mean? Like, they get in front of the camera and be like, yeah, well, you know, it's all good. I mean, you can't, in order to take your brand to another level, you just can't be about beats and rhymes. You have to learn the industry, and you have to learn the history and learn how this game actually works. So, you know, they can get at me on Twitter. They can, you know, that's the best way. You know, I'm not gonna bar my email with a bunch of music.
No doubt. You know? Jamla Records is definitely on the high right now, and one of your artists, Rhapsody, when she came on the stage last night and tore it down. What can the public expect from the record label in the future? Man,
just more music, man. I try to pick a bunch of cast that's unassuming, and I know, you know, when rap jumped on stage, everybody looking at her like, okay, who this little girl walking on stage? Who this little girl? It's just so unassuming with her, you know what I mean? With a whatever, you know. But when she get on stage, and I say, you know, she's done a lot of shows, but we never did anything to the takeover. And Jay-Z is a favorite rapper, so I said, you know, you want to grab the stage? Come out to Takeover and see what happens. So she came out last night at Takeover, and I saw everybody's crowd and to say, yeah. Because you didn't expect that energy to come out of such a small person and actually spit that way. And that's what I try to do. I try to make sure I keep my artists unassuming.
No doubt.
And in that way, you know, when you see them, it's like because you're tired of getting on stage, looking at dudes on stage that look like they can rap, and really they can't.
Right. And it's frustrating.
It's like, you look at him like, he about to do it on stage. He got the new whatever on. He got the fresh crispy brim on. He about to do it. Man, this nigga can't rap, man. I'm mad as hell. And so that's the thing. And then plus, you know, trying to fill the lanes of what's needed out here. Rap is a lane that's needed.
No doubt.
And a lot of artists I have, Remo, Hollow, Actual Proof, GQ, TP, you know, they all lanes that's needed.
Right.
So, just fill those lanes.
That's what it is, man. Thank you so much for taking the time, hollering at me. Power1047.com. My man, Ninth Wonder, Permiss. We out. A3C Hip Hop Festival.